You know, heroism isn't something you plan for. It doesn't always show up in a cape in a big cinematic moment. Sometimes it just wakes up in the heart of a child when they're needed most. And that's what we're talking about today, an incredible story of courage when disaster struck.
So, let's set the scene. It's a warm spring morning in Texas. Picture a totally normal, peaceful home on a quiet street, the kind of place where the world is just starting its day. And inside, the Hall family is sound asleep. They have absolutely no idea that their entire world is about to be turned upside down by a danger that's silent and completely invisible. But something is already terribly wrong. A fire has started, and it's not roaring, not yet. It's crawling silently through the walls of the house. There are no alarms, no warnings, just this deadly, hidden smoke quietly filling up every single room.
And that's how this whole tragedy began. It wasn't with some loud explosion, but with a terrifying silence. The biggest threat wasn't a flame you could see. It was the smoke that was sneaking in, totally undetected.
But then, right in the middle of all that danger, everything changed. Two small eyes blinked open. This is the exact moment the story takes a turn, and it's all because 6-year-old Aziana Hall woke up.
Okay, so think about it. In a crisis, our brains usually do one of three things, right? Fight, flee, or freeze. You would absolutely expect a little kid waking up to a house full of smoke to just freeze, to panic and scream, but that's not what Aziana did. Nope. That fear, it turned into this incredible, focused determination.
And this is where the story just ignites, literally. In that one critical moment, a 6-year-old girl became an absolute hero, ready to face down the very thing that threatened her whole family. It's like she had this mental checklist. First, run and wake up mom. Done. Then, without even hesitating, she went room to room, shaking her younger siblings awake one by one. She was not leaving anyone behind. That was the only thought in her head. With smoke choking the air and the roar of the fire getting louder, her focus was just crystal clear. She knew they had to get out. Right now. And let me tell you, her quick thinking made all the difference. She guided her family out of there, getting them through the front door with only seconds to spare. Literally seconds later, a massive explosion just engulfed the entire house. Her speed saved them all. So there they are, standing outside, safe, but watching their home burn to the ground. And in that moment, their focus shifted immediately from everything they were losing to the one thing that had been saved. I mean, the fire took everything. All the furniture, their clothes, all those priceless childhood photos. Every single thing that made their house a home was just gone, turned to ash. The material loss was absolute. But her mother, with tears streaming down her face, she put everything into perspective. She said it all right there. They'd lost every single thing they owned, but they still had what was truly irreplaceable, each other. And they owed it all to their 6-year-old girl.
An event like this really forces you to ask a pretty big question, right? What actually makes someone a hero? Well, Aziana's story gives us a really powerful and kind of unexpected answer.
What this story really teaches us is that courage isn't about how strong you are or not being afraid. It's all about what you do while you're afraid. Aziana's clear-headed action is such a powerful reminder of why talking to our kids about fire safety, about simple plans like get out and stay out, is so important. It can literally turn panic into purpose.
And really, that's the final thought that this story leaves you with. We're so often looking for heroes in these big, cinematic figures. But sometimes, a real hero is just a small child in her pajamas whose love for her family burned brighter and stronger than any fire ever could.